Hello, I wanted to share with you how I pick up stitches, and I pick up stitches on the heel flap in order to close the hole that can be formed when transferring from the heel to the arch of the foot. So I wanted to, this is the Eye of Partridge heel that I have done. I've completed the heel flap and I did the heel turn, and I'm now picking up stitches, getting ready for the gusset. So I wanted to be able to show you how I close this hole right here, this to switch, so that we get no gap when we're picking up stitches. So this is what I do. So I'm almost finished picking up all the stitches here. So I figure I will show you how I do the pickups. So we'll finish these. So I'm going to pick up the rest of these stitches. And then I'm going to pick up the one more stitch. Now I have to pick up this stitch in between. You could pick up this bar, but you'll still create a hole. I've tried that and it creates a hole for me, so I don't. So what I end up doing is I look for the V rows. So there you go, the V row that goes up the middle, that centers in that hole space that I want to close. So this row right here. So when you look at it from this vantage point, you want to pick up the stitch on the row, these two stitches that connect together to create a new row. So what I do is I go into these two stitches right here. So oops, I picked up an extra stitch there. Okay, so I split a stitch. So I want to pick up those two. And when I pick up these two, and then I create a stitch, and I pick up a stitch right there, then I'm creating a row that continues here, and it seems to close that gap. Okay, so I'm going to go to the other side. So I'm going to knit to the other side. Oops, I got to get in there so I can see it. Okay. So I'm going to knit to the other side, and I'll show you how I close that other side. Oops, you know what I forgot to do? Goofy me. I got all excited about doing that. I forgot to change the color. I guess that can happen to the best of us, right? So let me untink these. So that's what you do if you're not changing colors. But if you are changing colors, this is where you change the color. So I'm going to drop this and pick up this other one. All right, so I'm going to pick up the new color, and I'm going to knit to the other side. So before I pick up a color, I pick up that extra stitch in the previous color, in your heel color. So now I'm going to go to the other side. Sorry about that. Goofy mistake there. Okay, we're almost to the other side. Okay, so now here we are again. We need to pick up stitches. Before we do the pick up stitches along the edge, we have to pick up a stitch to close the gap. And again, I'm going to look for the row that is in between those two stitches. So you see this leg here and this leg here. I'm going to pick up a stitch between the one stitch down in between so I can close that gap. Now the thing is this first one is usually kind of a tricky one. Just go slow. There we go. Just go slow when you're picking that up. Then you want to pick up the rest of the heel. And just keep going and picking up. Okay, so now we have an extra stitch picked up. So what you want to do is just keep picking up stitches, and then you knit one full round to kind of lock it all in place, and then you're ready. And that is the way that I work on that to close that stitch. So I hope this helps someone, because that's how I close the stitch, so I don't get that big hole. You know, I mean, it's a little bit, but it's not there, but you can see right here is where I created that new row. Okay, so there you go. Oops, I created the new row this way. Okay, here it is. You can see the new row created right here. So I picked up the stitch there, and then I created this brand new row. So there you go. I hope that helps you, and we'll talk to you soon. Thanks. Bye.